everybody, this is Lady T with your Ancestors Speak message for May 2024. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. And I've done a couple of these readings and put those out for you already. And I'm just doing these as I can get to them. Again, a lot of things going on at work right now. Very uncertain times for us all, but we're going to keep it moving. I want to say thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I thank you for your support to the channel. And I hope in some kind of way, even if it's just something that I say that confirms something that you need to just have validation of, then I've done what I set out to do, which is to help you in some kind of way. Let's go ahead and get into it. What do we have, Spirit? Go ahead and give me the sign. Who's next? Okay, thank you. We've got Aquarius. Okay, the first deck we're going to start off with is the Faces of Oshun. We're going to get overall energy, please. Overall energy for Aquarius. Okay, almost in the challenge. We have Oshun of the Drought, 20. So here we are. This is, to me, I see very, very forging energy here. And what I mean by that is tough, okay? Times have been tough. Feeling very, very stagnant, feeling, you know, the whole battle's been uphill. Okay, you've been through the struggle, okay, and you're one foot in front of the other kind of thing, but it's difficult. Okay, that's what I'm getting, a lot of trudging energy, right? So it says here, fear, insecurity, scarcity. Yeah. So you could just be having a very difficult time right now, Aries. Let's see what else we can find out for you. And that's with the number 2. So perhaps needing to make a decision, perhaps needing to come into balance in some kind of way as well. 2, to me, is you could be juggling things by way of finances or in some kind of way to just try to make it through. All of that's coming through off of that energy as well. Let's go ahead and see what else we had come out for you. In the challenge, we have Oshun's Ase. This is the number 15, which is 6. So coming into balance in some kind of way within yourself about worthiness and self-respect, self-worth. So stepping into your energy, your power, and coming back into balance, divine masculine, divine feminine energy, really, really beautiful there. But that's in the challenge, okay? Next, also in the challenge, we have 31, which is 4, which is all about foundation energy here. We've got Oshun of soft power. So to me, this is almost like knowing when, excuse me, knowing, okay, you got some throat chakra and issues going on right now, Aquarius, too. Very, very strong throat chakra. Not able to speak your piece on something, not able to speak your truth. Very, very strong energy there. But it says Oshun of soft power. This is about you standing in your strength, but not, you know, not being aggressive with it. Walking quietly and just really, really powerfully, but not in a not in a all I keep getting is a bulldog in the china closet way. Not that kind of way, but just really, really beautiful energy here. It says influence, openness, and emotional intelligence. Yeah, that's why. Because you are using your higher self to navigate these waters. That's what's going on here. Okay, what else do we have here? Or you will be. If you don't feel like you are now, you will be. And that's if you allow it, because you see how she's surrendered. She has surrendered. And beautiful. Remember I said throat chakra? Look at that. Look at that light on the throat chakra. Able to speak your piece, stand in your power, and beautifully done. Beautifully, beautifully done, Aquarius. I cannot tell you how good that energy feels. But that's not where you have started out by any means. And it could be that you're not here yet, too, because both of those cards are in the challenge. Okay, let's see what else we can get for Aquarius. But deep surrender and so that you can stay in peace. Yeah, beautiful energy there. Okay, what else, please? Anything else? Go ahead and give me some more. Go ahead and give me some more for Aquarius, please. In the challenge, we also have 16, which is 7, Oshun the warrior. So to me, this is about knowing when and where. When do you need to step into your power? When do you need to be assertive? When do you need to relax in your strength? All of these beautiful imageries are coming through. This is 16, so it's a 7. Spiritual assistance, spiritual protection at this time as well as coming through. Personal power, assertiveness, and leadership. Yeah. Taking charge of your own life and knowing when to exercise that energy, because you started off with the 2 here, totally out of balance, juggling everything, just trying to make it. Okay, but you're going to move forward. You're going to step into some really beautiful energy here. And you're getting spiritual assistance to do just that. Take charge of your own life. Lead yourself energy. And this is all spiritual. You see how her eyes are covered? Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. Power, beautiful. Okay, let's see what we have here. Sovereignty is coming through. Okay, got 2 more that flipped over. And we have next 10, which is back to a 1, so maybe perhaps starting over in some kind of way. With creative energy, juices flowing again, feeling like yourself, feeling the fire within you flowing throughout you. It says passion, longing, and drive. Yeah, beautiful energy there. I love these cards. And the last one we have here, 35, Oshun's third eye. So this is using your intuition. You could be a visionary. You could also be prophetic. You could have gifts along those lines. It says here intuition, insight, and vision. 35, which is 8. Okay, beautiful. Now let's go ahead and see what else we can find out. This is the Mist and Shadow deck. The lady's first name is Ashley, but I'm sorry, I can't read the name on the paper that I have that came with the deck. So Ashley, Mist and Shadow is the oracle, and on Etsy. The Faces of Oshun, I got that from Amazon. Let's go ahead and see what we have for Aquarius, please. Go ahead and give me messages for Aquarius. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what we have here first, because we've got some cards coming out in the challenge. A lot in the challenge for you. This one came out last, so let's see what we have here. Okay. So in the challenge, the first one we have here is black magic. If you're doing black magic, I strongly stress to you not to, because you don't want to be playing around in that energy. If someone is doing black magic to you, they are finding it challenging to do this against you. Next, we have do not enter wrong way. So it says watch out for the signs the universe is guiding you in the right direction. So allow for the end of a situation, a cycle even, and allow the universe to come in and guide you. Pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to the red flags, because they are there. Next, we have hope doesn't stop the karmic wheel from turning. So karma, you might have some karma coming towards you for something, and it could be good karma. Okay, somebody is hoping that you don't get this karma in the good way, right, not the bad way. So somebody is hoping, but it's not going to stop anything, right? You don't stop no show when it comes to spirit, right? Okay, next we have a heart like a lotus flower. So this is about blooming, this is about growing, this is about having a beautiful spirit and allowing that to shine forth. Next we have mystical cat, feline, spirit energy, intuition, magic, divine being, fortune, wards off evil. You could need to get a cat, or a cat could be your spirit animal and protecting you at this time. Again, that's a 2. So again, right in line here with that drought energy. So perhaps assisting you in this time. Next, we have also cleanse, charge, activate, sacred space, meditation, alignment, working with the elements, tap into your magic. So again, perhaps just beginning this with a number 1 here. Starting over, perhaps doing things differently by way of creating a sacred space, doing those things that you know to do now, because you're following your spirit team and they are leading you to do these things. Candle magic, beautiful energy, setting intentions kind of thing, releasing, attracting, all of that comes through with the candle magic as well. Acknowledging your spiritual team, your ancestors, and saying thank you. creating that sacred space for you. Now we have number 76, which is 13, which is 4, which is usually representative of a celebration. It's also representative of maybe holding back in some kind of way. But let's see when the upright here. It says the evil entity has left. Return to sender, breaking a curse, black magic failed. Yeah, remember I said they're not gonna. It's challenging for them to do this to you. Yeah, it is. So they're not gonna get away with it. Yeah, not gonna happen. Okay, anything else? Let's go around. Anything else for Aquarius? Anything else for Aquarius? Okay, those stuck in my hand, so we'll take those as well. Okay, in the challenge energy, well, actually, these came out in the upright. These came out in the sideways. Okay, so first we have rage and confusion. This could be them because they're hot that this isn't working. So, next we have expectation, waiting, hope. Again, you could be expecting. You could have this feeling of expectation coming through, right? Or they could be hoping again that this is working, but it's not. Next, we have receiving a gift. That's coming through in the upright. So you could be getting a gift from source. You could have some attachments though that you need to get rid of though with there with that card coming out. We have also ascend to the highest level of human existence, 48. So again, coming into balance, with your aura kind of thing, clearing your aura. We've got 48, which is 12, which is 3. Spiritual assistance by way of your spiritual team to help you do this, clear your auric field, to also come into a state of peace and abundance. And then we have great fortune, big luck. So good things trying to come in for you as you surrender to the guidance from your spiritual team here. We've got Dreamweaver, lucid dreams create your own reality escape. So this is a number 9. So coming to the end of a state where you need to do this weaving. Coming to the end of a state where somebody could be attacking you in your dreams too. That's also coming through pretty clearly. Coming to that end, because somebody was told that not to do this. It says distractions leading you off course. Stay in sync with the spiritual self and path ego. So again, don't allow your ego to make you take the wrong turn. Okay, go the wrong way in some kind of situation. Put your ego down and let spirit guide you at this time. Stop resisting. That's coming through pretty strongly too. Let's go ahead and see what we have from the Maruka X ancestor deck as well. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Messages for Aquarius. Okay, almost in the reverse. We have Cosmic Dancer, Optimism, Hope, and Rhythm. Again, you could be, after your drought period here, you could be pretty low vibe, right? So this is about you maybe losing hope, not having the faith and trust here. It says lighten up, play, enjoy the moment. See the many blessings in your life, and more blessings will follow. Have faith that things are going to turn out beautifully. So again, stepping back into faith, hope, and trust in your spiritual team to bring about the wonderful things for you, Aquarius. Let's go ahead and see what else we get here. Almost again in the reverse, almost. So we're going to take it in the challenge position as well. Observance, so observation. So this is about you paying attention, being aware, observing the red flags, and paying attention to those signs because they are all around you. But you could be ignoring them. So keep that in mind. So we have evaluation and vigilance. Stay alert and observant of others' behaviors as well as your own. And be prepared to protect yourself from those who may have ulterior motives, okay? Weigh your actions and make sure to act wisely. So again, allowing for the wisdom that your ancestors are trying to bring in for you to guide you at this time. Trust in your intuition. Pay attention. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius, please. Okay. Okay, we have blue moon here, so rare chance here. Okay, once in a blue moon is the saying, but that means something's going to happen. That's very, very unusual, very, very unexpected. Okay, and a beautiful energy though. Rare chance, unexpected luck goes right here with a great fortune, big luck trying to come in for you. It says you're about to get a rare chance. Something extraordinary is coming your way. These opportunities don't come around too often. Grab hold of it and you'll be happy you did. So, again, pay attention so you see this opportunity when it arrives and you take the action necessary to seize the opportunity. Okay, let's go ahead. What else do we have for Aquarius? Other messages for Aquarius? Other messages for Aquarius, please. Okay, we have savings here. So again, you could be saving for a rainy day. You could need to be saving for a rainy day, that kind of thing. It says here reserves, frugality. It's time to reassess your financial priorities. Now is not the time to take big risks. Be wise with your spending habits and set aside funds for unexpected situations. Yeah, because you want to be prepared for those rainy days because they do, yes, they do come. They come to everyone. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Okay, thank you. Okay, and the challenge as well. We have inevitable endings. So something has to come to an end. And I think I talked about that up here somewhere. But something coming to an end because it's just not healthy anymore. It's just not where you want to be, what you want to do, how you want to feel, any of that. It says you are currently in a toxic situation and continuing to replay the same story will not lead to anything positive. It's time to move on. You know deep down that this is not your story. So again, staying stuck in a situation in this drought, okay, you know it's a drought because you're not going anywhere. Nothing good is coming of this situation, whatever it is, okay. So it's really about time to release, time to accept the truth and move forward because you are meant to be doing other things. It's trying to line up for you behind the scenes here. And next we have space age. It says outcast, trendsetter, loner. You could be someone who doesn't have a lot of friends, that kind of energy, but spirit is all around you and they are surrounding you and supporting you at this time. Trust and believe. It says, don't worry about feeling like an outsider. It could be you are ahead of your time or your idea is ahead of its time. Be patient and rest, and the rest will catch up later. So, again, have patience at this time. Keep the hope alive kind of energy, right? Trust and faith, and stay in connection with your spiritual team. They are definitely trying to guide you right now. Okay, we had another card fall out and we have the offer. So something coming in. Here's that blue moon energy coming back again, right? Something's going to come in. You're going to receive some kind of offer. And the thing is are you going to be aware and are you going to take the necessary leap of faith with it, or are you going to resist and hold back and then you miss the opportunity? So keep aware of that. So it says new opportunities available to you now. The choice is now yours to grab a hold of these opportunities and make the most of this auspicious moment while it is abundant with potential. So if you don't seize the moment, it will leave. It will move on. Let's go one more time. I felt the energy. There's some more that wanted to come out. Again, a lot in the almost reverse here. So a lot of energy that's really, it's struggling here. Okay, that's why I got that drought card. I got that really, really struggling to get to you for you to take, the necessary steps you need to take on your part. All of that. So spirit is trying to work with you. Your ancestors trying to work with you, but you also have to do your part. Next, we have divine union. So this is that balance that I talked about with the number 2 card as well. Coming back into balance, divine feminine, divine masculine. It could be a relationship, but usually this is more about you. So it says partnership, soul contract, a destined and divine bond is blossoming, brimming with love, whether as a partner or in romantic love. This profound connection will be like a magnetic force drawing you closer to another soul. So you may feel very, very connected to someone in the future. You may meet someone who you just feel comfortable with, and you're just like amazed at how comfortable you feel. That's always a good sign, right? But again, trust the signs, trust your gut, trust your spiritual team. Okay, but don't be so scared that you won't seize the opportunity. Next, we have Sacred Lotus. We have Rebirth, Spiritual Awakening. It says you are now in a significant period of transition, requiring you to release the past, to embrace the new, and shed any superficial foundations that do not resonate with your higher self. So, this is about releasing and letting go of the past so that you can step into your higher self and step into the good things that Spirit wants for you. Next, we have Reunion. Again, this could be somebody from the past trying to come back. It says gathering, reconciliation, meet. One or more people from your past are entering your life. These are souls with whom are coming. Wait a minute. These are souls with whom are coming back to aid in learning, sparking necessary change, or partake in deep moments of joy. So again, these are people from the past that maybe you still have something to learn from, kind of thing, perhaps. Next, we have smooth travel, adventure, relocation. Again, you could be taking a trip. Maybe this is where you meet them, you run into them while you're, out on vacation or something. Or maybe you're just, taking a weekend. What is they call that? A staycation kind of thing, or a weekend away, and you run into somebody you used to know romantically. But again, traveling in some kind of way. And it could be in your dream state as well. It doesn't have to necessarily mean physical travel. It says, you are currently traveling in the right direction, and plans you make should go through smoothly with no interruptions. There is still much to learn and discover throughout this experience. So there's something that you are on the right path of, so continue moving forward. Next, the last one we have course correct, wrong path, mistakes, which I think is funny because I just said you're moving on the right path according to the card, right? So this to me is where you've been uncertain and you've had some wrong turns here, because we had the wrong turn card wrong way in the challenge position. So something distracted you and you changed course for some reason. Whatever that distraction was, it was put there on purpose. So pay attention to any distractions that cause you to totally turn around and go another opposite direction to what you know you need to do. This says the divine is closing doors that do not align with your highest good, especially those that may steer you back into familiar patterns and constraints. The reason for it will all become apparent later on. So you may not understand what's happening and why, but it's happening for your highest good, and that's where you need to have hope, faith, and trust. Let's go ahead and get into the Healing Trauma Oracle, and let's see where you still need to do some healing, Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Healing, a journey within, Healing Trauma Oracle. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Messages for Aquarius, please. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So we've got quite a few that tried to come out, all in the challenge here. A couple in the upright, so we'll leave those in the upright. So this is in the upright, this is in the challenge, this is in the challenge. Okay, I'm going to get them all out, then we're going to talk about it. What else do we have for Aquarius, please? Yeah, I knew there's some more in there. Okay, in the challenge. Last go round. Okay. Hold on 1 second. One flew on the floor. Okay, a lot in the challenge for you. Alright, let's see here. Alright, let's talk about it. So the first one we have here is calling back your power. So this is about you, being scared to be strong, being scared to stand in your power. And this is about you doing it just the same and realizing that something in your life has caused this trauma. So it says here, feeling powerless or drained, often from past trauma. Remedy, reclaim energy through soul reclamation exercises. So really looking into that and really doing some work on the shadow aspects of your life here. Okay, I'm going to put these up here. Okay, next we have loneliness. It says trauma, feeling isolated, often from a lack of connection. So you could be feeling really lonely at this time. You could feel like just, not connected to anything, very disconnected. And it says remedy, seek out supportive communities and build connections. So again, getting out of your drought, right? We talked about that here at the very beginning. Doing it by yourself, always alone kind of thing. Changing it up here, hanging around, meeting some new people, that kind of thing. We've got loss of innocence. It says trauma, traumatic event that shattered childhood innocence. Remedy, reclaim inner purity with gentle self healing practices. So, again, something stole your innocence. Did you have to go up too fast? What happened? And really dealing with that. Next, we have soul fragmentation. Yeah, because whatever happened, it splits your soul. And so it caused fragmentation, and so now it's about you uniting with your soul, and calling all those fragments back and making peace with it. It says feeling of incomplete due to significant trauma or loss, remedy soul retrieval practices and healing meditations. Next, we have parental separation. So this could be, perhaps you were separated from a parent, they were not there for you growing up, kind of thing. Um, that's the energy I'm getting. We have parental separation, emotional distress from parents' divorce, causing insecurity and confusion. Remedy, provide love, stability, and open communication to rebuild trust. So this is about reestablishing trust in that relationship with the both your parents or the one who wasn't there. However you do that. We've got next, fear of abandonment in relationships, trauma, worry of being left by loved ones, remedy, build inner stability and self assurance. So, this is about you taking your power back and understanding that you are lovable and that you don't have to worry about the abandonment piece. This is about you, healing the abandonment issues in the past so that you do not act those out in relationships moving forward. We have codependency. Yeah, I was just going to say this. We've got trauma, losing self in relationships from unhealthy dynamics. Remedy, cultivate independence and balanced relationships, having strong boundaries, not allowing people to take advantage of you, not feeling like you have to give in all the time, that kind of thing, not feeling that you need someone, kind of thing, just all of that. Next, we have fear of failure. It says trauma, paralyzing fear of mistakes, often from high expectations. Remedy, take courageous small actions and embrace risk. So this is about you coming up with a plan, sticking to the goal, taking the small steps every day to achieve that. Not trying to do everything in one lump sum, because that's when you get overwhelmed and it's hard to actually achieve that for anyone. Next, we have people pleasing tendencies. Yeah. So codependency, people pleasing, all of that, needing outside validation because deep down inside you don't feel worthy. So it says trauma, constant need to please, from seeking external validation. Remedy, practice boundary setting and self prioritization. So again, putting yourself first, loving yourself, and putting in strong boundaries. Next, we have unhealthy attachments. So it says trauma, becoming overly attached in relationships. So you meet somebody and you're like in love with them in 2 days. Okay, and that's because you are seeking in the relationships that you have in your life, Aquarius, you are seeking the love that you didn't get in some kind of way in your childhood. And so that manifests in codependency and people pleasing, etc. It says remedy, practice detachment and cultivating independence. Next, we have fear of abandonment, abandonment twice. So, very, very big deal for you when it comes to abandonment. This is fear of loved ones leaving, often from childhood loss. Remedy, you are never truly alone, trust in the universe support. And the loss that you could have had when you were growing up could have actually been someone close to you passing. Okay, so if you're feeling like everybody's gonna die, kind of thing, or pass, and you're not going to have anyone. But your spiritual team is working with you to help you move beyond this. So we've got shame wound. It says deep sense of being flawed, often from humiliation. Remedy, practice self-forgiveness and reclaim power. So again, as you forgive those who you feel did these wrongs to you, then it gives you back your power and you can stand strong and release the shame and any of these other negative feelings that aren't true. Next, we have divorce or separation trauma. We talked about that at the top. This is trauma, emotional pain from ending a marriage or partnership. Again, this could have manifested in your relationships now because you could have come from a mother and father who divorced, and so now you are suffering that injury in your own life. You're perpetuating that. So it says heal through self-love and detachment practices. So detaching from situations that no longer serve you, detaching from that pain, healing it, releasing it, all of that, forgiving as well. We have fear of public speaking, trauma, anxiety about being judged in public. Remedy, build vocal confidence with small speaking practices. So practice makes perfect. Practice with your friends, practice with your family, practice with those you feel safe with. We have addictive tendencies. This is trauma, over reliance on habits for escape or comfort. We have remedy, replace unhealthy habits for fulfilling alternatives. Again, loving on yourself enough to do what is right for you by way of healthy choices and not using negative coping mechanisms to, make it through. Next, we have feeling unloved. Trauma, emotional emptiness from lack of love. Remedy, cultivate self love and affirmations. So, again, reparenting yourself, loving on yourself, nurturing yourself, forgiving yourself and others, all of that. We have conflict avoidance. It says trauma, fear of confrontation due to negative past experiences. Remedy, practice peaceful conflict resolution skills. So perhaps learning this new skill is going to enable you to get your voice back and speak your truth. Next, we have healing through gratitude. Again, being grateful and thankful because even though you are going through difficult times, you have been hurt, you have gone through things, you are still here, and being grateful to the spirits, your spiritual team for their support, their love, your ancestors, everyone surrounding you and seeing you through. We have trauma, difficulty finding joy, often due to lack of focusing on lack. Remedy, practice gratitude rituals to shift perspective. Yes, we all have something to be thankful for, even if it is only in our mind, as simple as we woke up this morning. To get another opportunity to live another day, to be thankful for so many things, because we if we can just focus on that, we can step into a totally different mindset just in thinking about that alone. Now we have fear of vulnerability. We have trauma, guarding emotions, typically due to fear of being hurt. Remedy, practice heart opening exercises and safe sharing. So, again, opening your heart chakra, again, having that safe space to be you authentically. We have self neglect. Again, not taking care of yourself, not nurturing yourself, and loving on yourself. It says trauma, ignoring personal needs, often from low self worth. Remedy, commit to self care routines. We have paranoia and distress, trauma, suspicion of others, often from betrayal, remedy, inner reassurance, and trust building exercises. So, again, only opening yourself up after you have actually found that person to be worthy to be vulnerable with, but also, taking baby steps in that area, not, trying to eat the whole pie again. Just one slice, one piece, one step at a time. We have struggling with boundaries, trauma, difficulty asserting personal limits due to fear of rejection. Remedy, practice setting and honoring healthy boundaries. So yeah, you're afraid of rejection. You're afraid of people leaving you alone. So you're exacerbating that abandonment because now you're being codependent and people pleasing because you want people in your life. But then you turn around and you distrust yourself. You distrust the red flags you're getting. You distrust you, and so that in itself there's so much to that. But I could spend a whole reading on that alone. So really, really, just loving yourself and seeing where you need to do some work um, uh, with boundaries. Boundaries are going to be real important for you, Aquarius. Next, we have soul exhaustion. Yeah, you're tired. Okay, you're like so tired. It says trauma, feeling spiritually drained from overextension. Remedy, prioritize deep rest and soul nourishment practices. So again, nurturing your soul, taking time out for you, perhaps going on that vacation we talked about, perhaps taking some me time and just loving on yourself, changing your perspective, releasing what you need to release, forgiving what you need to forgive. Parent, shame, all of it. Doing a total cleanse, detox, mind, body, and soul, right? And really, really allowing for renewal of spirit here, because your spiritual team is all over this. Next, we have jealousy and possessiveness, trauma, fear of losing someone, often from insecurity, foster trust and develop self-confidence. So again, be careful when you meet that special someone that you don't push them away because you're suspicious and you don't trust, and that has nothing to do with them. It's hard to go from a relationship where you've been hurt, where you've gone through things in your life that have set the tone for that, right? That suspicion. Excuse me. But then you don't you treat everyone like that, and that's not fair to the other person. So it's really about growing within yourself so that you can have healthy relationships, not codependency, not people pleasing, but true, authentic, genuinely loving, giving relationships full of reciprocity, full of peace, full of joy. And that's what you're looking for. That's what we're all looking for. And we've got fear of love here. And it says trauma, fear of closeness due to past romantic pain. Remedy, open your heart with gentle trust exercises. So again, not opening yourself up like 100% from day one. Gradually easing into it. After you know this person, after you have taken time to see the dynamics in your relationship and really examine whether or not it's safe to do these things, right? Not just doing it because you've met someone yesterday. Okay, they don't get that access to you yet, right? They got to earn that. And they got to earn it, and you should have to earn it for them if they have any kind of self-esteem. It's about you really, really being reciprocal in relationships and loving and caring and giving, but it's also about boundaries, and really, really being honest and authentic with one another, allowing each other to be authentic with in the relationship, and that's a whole nother conversation too. Now, let's go ahead and we've done this deck. We're going to go ahead and get some advice from the Voice of the Ancestors deck by Divine Leah Goddess. Let's go ahead. I'm going to push these up here so they're not so far in the way. So I have some more room. What do we have for advice for Aquarius, please? Ancestors, what do we have for advice for Aquarius? Okay, these fall on my hand. We'll put those there. Advice for Aquarius. Advice for Aquarius. Okay. Advice for Aquarius. Okay. Okay. This one came out last, so we'll talk about it. All right, let's see what we have here for you. So we start off with savor. So to me, this is about appreciation and gratitude. This is about appreciating the moment, the now, the good things in life. That's your savor energy. It says save your time, energy, resources, and money. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Get serious about your financial goals. Growth stunt. So this is about you really, really treating your resources with respect, having a positive relationship with money, and savoring the moment. You're savoring your money in that energy of having it. Next, we have neglect. So this is about not taking care of things, and this could be you. This could be other things that need to be addressed. So as a neglected situation brings unfinished business, nurturance and effort is required to see change. So awareness that you're neglecting yourself, awareness that you could be neglecting a situation, kind of thing. We've got needy. This is that codependent energy here with the needy here. It says overly attaching your energy to material things and people can lead to discomfort. Consider if it is necessary in your life based on current circumstances. Growth stunt. So again, another probably area where you need to really take a look at some things. We've got the moon here, and the moon either hides or reveals. So something could be revealed to you, or something has been hidden from you. It says turning inward to process emotions, heightened emotions that bring cleansing and reflection. Expect increased sensitivity and shadow work to heal the situation. Beware of overreacting. So again, deal with your triggers and understand that you have triggers, okay? And be honest about those triggers as they are revealed to you is what I'm getting. Next, we have the boss. This is taking charge of your life and taking corresponding actions, right, to bring about what you really want. It says you are the lead, you are the head, you are the leader, a hot commodity, but you need to act like it. Take the lead in your life. You can only control yourself. You are the powerhouse. Stop giving it away. And power source. So you are the sovereign power. You are worth it. You are worthy of whatever you want in life. But you also have to do your part, and you also have to heal in some kind of way, because there's some toxic behavior here we have to address. We've got Soul Tribe coming in next. So this is again like-minded people coming in to support, to help, to aid, to befriend you, to help you grow. All of that. It says we are aligning you with the right individuals on your wave frequency. All other lower vibrations will fall away or become distant from you as you advance forward vibration. So again, as you increase your vibration, then these soul tribe folks are going to come in and really, show you a different side of you where you're authentic, and they appreciate your authenticity just as you are. Beautiful energy there. We've got the snail, slow and steady here. Don't rush anything here. It says this signifies slow movement, delays, miscommunications, unexpected pause, dragged situations, taking longer than expected. Yeah, there could be something that's delayed. There could be, the drought energy could be sticking around a little bit longer because you do have some resistance going on. Next, we have assumptions. Again, never assume. You're making an ass out of you and whoever. So be careful with assumptions here. Get clarity. When you want to know something, ask. So now is not the time to jump to conclusions without facts. Wait for clarity. Can't rush nature. Growth stunt. So again, no assumptions here. Next, we have bliss. This is a time of happiness that's trying to come through for you. Continue to see and perceive the beauty in all the things, allowing a flowing energy to move through you. Allow us to fill your cup and bliss and peace. See the beauty within yourself, others, and the world. Flowing and allowing. So this is about flowing energy, staying in the flow, staying in the now, staying in gratitude too. In the challenge, we have curse. It says generational emotions, physical attachments, negative behaviors, addictions, and patterns over a long period of time that may be stunting growth or evolution influence. So you could have a generational curse that is playing its way out in your life, and this is about you healing that generational curse for yourself and your family lineage. So it's a very heavy weight to carry. So love yourself and understand this. Learn about these things, okay? Learn about the patterns in your family, and then also how what you can do to heal them for you, okay? We've got premonition again. You could have some visions, you could have some dreams where you're going to know some things. So it says your dreams correspond to the future events. Always write down key clues that you remember and notice in these dreams. This could be used as guidance for future reference. So you could be having some dreams, so you're definitely being asked to write those premonitions down. We've got the X here, so somebody from the past. Remember, X equals exit on this card, so that means somebody from your past could be trying to come back. But remember, they're an X for a reason, so see the red flags for what they are. Do not make them rose-colored glasses when they're red flags, okay? Now, it says they are an X for a reason. This can be an ex-lover, friend, family, someone you no longer deal with from your past. X equals exit. There's a repeated pattern with you letting them in and out of your life. So this is where you're going to stop that pattern. You're going to get off that hamster wheel with this, and you're going to allow for the seasons card here, the changes to come in that need to transpire in this situation, so that you can move on to the next season, get out of this cycle and close the door. This is a time to plan, and there is a time to plant and seed. Allow the season to run and transition into a new. Everything works in cycles. Things can only work as fast as nature allows it to. So again, no rushing energy here. This is going to take time. Bed, this is where you are going to find comfort and rest. You're going to get some thorough rest. You could have issues with insomnia. So it says here, this signifies resting, sleep dreams, and night routines. More downtime insomnia, not enough sleep, chaotic bedtime schedule. Yeah, you're going to have to turn off the electronics. You're going to have to put yourself in a state that allows you to get rest. And then we have provided. So this is saying that you will be provided for, not to worry here. This is protection from your spiritual team. This is about you getting your needs met, not your wants. So defining what those are. It says release the unnecessary worry as your needs will be provided for, separate needs apart from wants to avoid future challenges. Practice moderation and structure with money. So again, not overspending, overindulging when it comes to money. And then we have issues with lust. So you could be very attracted to someone, kind of the energy, but that's not a good reason to stay in a toxic relationship, even if you are turned on by this person, you have chemistry and so forth. So it says don't get sucked in by good sex or sexual desires, fantasies. Be mindful of overgiving or working when it comes to sacred energy of sex magic. Excuse me. And somebody could be trying to use sex magic on you as well. So be careful of that energy. Because sex lasts for that time and then it's over. And then how do you feel when the sex is over? That's what you really need to look at. Let's go ahead and close out your reading. And let's get some ancestors' blessing messages for Aquarius. Ancestor blessings messages for Aquarius, please. Flip the cards over, please. All the way, please. Messages for Aquarius, please. Bring them all the way out, please. Okay. In the challenge, we have the flame of renewal. Yeah, so this is in the challenge because, again, you have to allow for this. You have to allow for healing. You have to allow for forward movement. You have to leave dependency, codependency behind, and release abandonment issues and all the things that are toxic in your life right now because of things that happened in the past, whether it's relationships with romantic relationships, whether it's relationships with parents. These all play out in our lives as cycles we need to learn from. And the question is how long are we going to let that cycle continue before we love on ourselves enough to value ourselves enough to grow, forgive, and have healthy relationships, right? So it says the flame of renewal. It says through their trials, your ancestors forged renewal. Rise stronger from every challenge. And again, you saw that energy where the figure was kneeling. So to me, that's where you're kneeling. You want to give up. You're losing hope, kind of thing. But you're being asked to dig deep and continue forward. Tap into that ancestral strength. It says draw strength from your lineage, use their resilience to overcome challenges, and embrace renewal. That's in the challenge position because you're struggling with this, okay? Anybody going through all this would struggle with this, okay? It's not easy to be on an awakening journey. It's not easy to look at yourself. It's not easy to forgive people that have hurt you. None of it's easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not. What else do we have, please, for Aquarius? What other ancestor blessing messages do we have for Aquarius, please? Messages for Aquarius, please. Okay, we've got two more also in the challenge. We have the sacred fire. The sacred fire holds their prayers. Let its warmth remind you of their blessings. Light a flame to honor your ancestors. It bridges your soul with theirs and invites their divine blessings. So yeah, so this is where you're honoring your ancestors. You're saying, you know what, I want a deeper connection with you. So you use the sacred fire. You light a candle. You meditate. You get quiet, and you spend time with your ancestors. You invite them in. Next, we have the blessing of prosperity. The seeds of abundance planted by ancestors flourish in your life. Prosperity flows through ancestral blessings. Honor their efforts by building a life of gratitude and abundance. So again, they're trying to give you the gift of prosperity, where you are going to be abundant, where you are going to walk in gratitude. But again, you got some work to do, Aquarius. You got to work with them, not against them. But you got to love yourself enough to even step into this energy as well. So really, really turning some things around in a positive way in your life by healing, releasing, walking in an attitude of gratitude, forgiveness, and just really leaving a lot of toxicity and things behind that really are no longer serving you. We've got the protector here. It says the guardians of your bloodline shield you with courage and strength. You are divinely protected. Call upon your ancestral energy when you need courage or face adversity. Okay, our last go around, please. Anything else for Aquarius? Okay, yeah. Okay, quite a few came out for you. Yeah, we'll put these all in the challenge. And this came in the upright. We have the sacred offering. So again, to me is that this is that connection. This is where you're going to light the candle. This is where you're going to spend time with um, your ancestors and be so grateful for their support and love. It says offer gratitude to your ancestors. Their blessings multiply in return. Create an offering ritual to honor ancestors. Gratitude strengthens their blessings in your life. Yeah, so they are going to reward you because they love you and they want to see you heal. They want to see you grow. They want the lineage to be healed as well, and you could very well be the energy they are looking to do just that, break the curses on the family line here, and move forward and be successful and be all that for whatever reason they couldn't be. So next we have the wisdom of the elders. The elders whisper truths. Listen closely to hear the echoes of ancient wisdom. Seek advice from the elders. Their experiences are rich with lessons to guide you in your present journey. So yeah, they're there for you, and they're more than happy to share their wisdom. But again, you got to come to the table, okay? With gratitude, with honor, with respect. Next, we have the sacred warrior. The warrior spirit of your ancestors rises within. Fight for truth and righteousness. Your ancestors' bravery flows in your veins. Stand tall and fight with integrity and purpose. Beautiful energy there. Next, we have the eternal flame of love. Their love is eternal. It warms and protects you even in the darkest times. Feel the unconditional love of your ancestors. It shields, nurtures, and lights your journey. So, yeah, they are lighting your path. They are shielding you and protecting you, and they are also there to guide you and assist. We have the eternal guardian. Your guardian ancestors walk with you. Their presence protects your soul. Feel their presence in challenging moments. They stand by you, ensuring you are never alone. So even though you may have periods of loneliness, when you tap into their energy, when you tap into the connection you have with your ancestors, that is going to dissipate because they're going to shower you with love and wipe that out. And then we have the guiding light. Your ancestors light the path ahead. Follow their wisdom to illuminate your journey. Seek ancestral guidance in moments of doubt. Their wisdom and light will help you move forward with clarity. Well, much love and light for you, Aquarius. Again, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Lady T.